I'd never been in a factory before, but the crisis made you think. I thought, well, my brothers and my friends are in France, so a friend and I thought to ourselves, well, let's do something. So we wrote to London and asked for war work, and we were directed to a munitions factory at Perivale in London. We had to have a health examination because we had to be very physically fit, perfect eyesight, and strong. We had to supply 4 references and be British born of British parents. We worked 10 hours a day. That's from 8 in the morning till 1:45. No break. An hour for dinner, back again until 6:30. No break. We single girls found it very difficult to eat as well as work because the shops were closed when we got home. We had to do our work and try to get food, which was difficult. I remember going into a shop after not having milk for 7 days, and they said, if you can produce a baby, you can have the milk. That was it. I went into a butcher's shop to get some meat because we were just beginning to be rationed, and I said, that looks like cat. And he said, it is. I couldn't face that. It was a perfect factory to work in. Everybody seemed unaware of the powder around them, unaware of any danger. Once or twice we heard, oh, so-and-so's gone. Perhaps she'd made a mistake and her eye was out, but there wasn't any big explosion during the 3 years I was there. We worked at making these little pellets, very innocent-looking little pellets, but there had been the slightest grit in those pellets, it would have been goodbye. We had to do a fortnight on and a fortnight off. It was terribly hard, terribly monotonous, but we had a purpose. There wasn't a drone in that factory, and every girl worked and worked and worked. I didn't hear one grumble, and hardly ever heard of one that stayed home because she had her man in mind. We all had. I was working with sailors' wives from 3 ships that were torpedoed and sunk. It was pitiful to see them, so we had to cheer them up as best we could. So we sang. It was beautiful to listen to. After each day, when we got home, we had a lovely good wash. And believe me, the water was blood red and our skin was perfectly yellow, right down through the body, legs and toenails even, perfectly yellow. In some people, it caused a rash, and a very nasty rash all round the chin. It was a shame because we were a bevy of beauties, you know, and these girls objected very much to that. Yet, amazingly, even though they could do nothing about it, they still carried on, and some of them with rashes about 1/2 inch thick, but didn't seem to do them any inward harm, just the skin. The hair, if it was fair or brown, it went a beautiful gold, but if there was any grey, it went grass green. It was quite a 12-month after we left the factory that the whole of the yellow came out from our bodies. Washing wouldn't do anything, it only made it worse. Each day we really and truly worked as I have never seen women work like it in my life before or since. It was just magic. We worked and we stood and we sat and we sang. If anyone had come into that factory, they would never have believed it could have gone on, because we were such a happy band of women working amongst such treacherous conditions. And there was the cold. I am certain I'd never known brass to be so cold as it was in those factory nights. But we were just one big happy family. It was amazing, and I shall never forget it as long as I live, the way those women worked and talked and chatted about their ordinary everyday experiences, their boys at the front. But mind you, it was the boys at the front that we worried about and thought about, and that's what made us work like that.